Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play the Pandora Directive. Well, last time you'll remember, we had just gained admission to Apartment A at the Ritz, only to get knocked unconscious by some masked man. So, clearly we're on to something, but let's see what we've got. Okay, can't open any cabinets.
An old rusty hot plate. The luxury of hotel living. A few plastic plates and cheap silverware. Malloy must have taken the good china with him. Whoever furnished the Ritz must have bought credenzas in bulk.
Okay, trash can. Doubtlessly there will be some shredded paper in this we have to put together.
Nice wastebasket.
Okay, despite the appearance of there being shredded paper in there, there's no message to put together. Yet. I'm sure there's going to be one eventually.
Look at all those drawers. That drafting table must be 70 years old.
Looks like there's something on the...
A rickety reading lamp with no light bulb. Man, Nilo runs a tight ship.
Okay, stand all the way up. And let's start going through drawers.
Yeah, looks like a business card.
Alright, grab that Acme business card.
This warehouse is just down the street from the Ritz.
We'll store your junk.
Envelope.
Alright. Airmail envelope. To Thomas Malloy from Mexico City. It contains an untranslated letter.
Whoever wrote this has worse penmanship than I do. Either that or it's written in some weird language.
Let's bet on the language.
Nothing to find here. It's an old photograph. Nothing to find here.
Let's see, picture of a little girl. Regan, age 3. Okay.
I shudder to think about all the butts that have sat in that cushion through the ages. Damn, no spare change under here.
No, but there is a photo of Malloy and a llama.
Looks like Malloy made a special llama pal back in his younger days.
Ricardos de Peru.
The label on the box says it was shipped from Mexico. The label on the box... Airport of the Gods. My Uncle Marty owned a whole series of these books. Go-Karts of the Gods, Lunch of the Gods.
Food of the Gods. Wait, that was something else.
I loved this book when I was a kid. Aliens, spaceships, mysterious structures. Then I grew up and realized it was all a load of crap.
Or is it?
These boxes are empty.
Man, everybody has a playbub, it seems.
No playbub. I never look at these personally, but I do remember this one. It was the Amazon Woman edition featuring 37 pages of full-color pictures. Nice. This bed looks hard enough to tap dance on. Looks like a letter. I wonder who this David Wright is. And more importantly, if Malloy's been to his cabin in Oregon.
Let's see. January 28th, 2043. Dear Thomas, I was delighted to receive your letter after all these years. It sounds as though your work is progressing well, and I look forward to having a few of our all-night discussions, just like in the old days. You're certainly welcome to stay at my cabin as long as you'd like. It's extremely secluded, a perfect place to get away from prying eyes. I can't meet you there for at least a week, but I'll get there when I can. In the meantime, there's a key to the door under the brick by the front steps. I've come across something I think you'll find interesting. I look forward to working out an exchange of information. The cabin is located exactly 8.4 miles south-southwest from a small town in Oregon called Salmonberry. You'll need to find a good map. It'll be good to see you again. Let's see.
No, there's no lock. This looks like a pawn ticket of some kind. Looks like Rook did some business with Mr. Malloy. I wonder if Rook could let me redeem this receipt. Who am I kidding? He'll do anything if the price is right. Man, what's this? Looks like a scarf.
Okay, examine the scarf.
Ooh, this scarf reeks of cheap perfume. I guess Malloy must have had a lady friend in for a visit. And if the lady friend wore this scarf anywhere else in the neighborhood, she'd be pretty hard to forget. Maybe I should show this thing around and see what I can find out.
Okay, well, that seems to be everything we've got. Although, one distressing question just occurred to me. How long have we been knocked out?
Oh, man. Chelsea's gonna kill me. I didn't realize how long I was out. God, almost 16 hours. I was out cold straight through our dinner date. She's never gonna believe me.
Well, now we do have a couple of options on traveling here, and unlike the previous game, we now have Chandler Avenue in specific. We've got San Francisco and North America, which we now have the option for the cabin. But first things first, let's go and throw ourselves upon the mercy of Our Lady Love.
I fly my speeder to the Four Gables apartment building where Chelsea lives. Luckily, or maybe not, she doesn't answer the door. For the time being, I can save my groveling apology for later and go back to working on my case.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and hit the streets. I might as well grill Nilo some more.
Como está, P-Brain? Must be nice now you don't need to sneak in through the back. So, what do you want?
Okay, let's go ahead and offer the scarf.
Nope.
Boy, you'd think he'd be an expert on sniffing women's garments.
Don't know a thing about it.
And he's probably not the one to ask about translating that letter. Alright, well. Actually, it's been 16 hours. Maybe there's some mail waiting for us. Aha!
Ooh, piece of mail. And for once, it doesn't look like a past due notice.
Prize enclosed. All right. We're $100 richer. And maybe we should check our fax machine and phone.
The 60-day warranty just ran out on my electronic shop fax machine. Should break down any minute now.
For that matter, how much do we owe on that? $12.30. Okay, well, we can swing that.
My new vid phone is...
Okay, we got a number for Gordon Fitzpatrick, but nothing to call to report to him yet.
This is my...
Let's go ahead and hit the street or newsstand.
Oh, Chelsea's not at the newsstand. That's strange. I wonder if she's at her apartment.
Well, actually, first things first, let's go deal with electronic shop, which we do not need the credit card to enter now, oddly enough.
The electronic shop opened last year, and I got to know the previous owner, Ham Underwood. I got an electronic shop credit card under somewhat shady circumstances, and I ran up a good-sized bill during my last case. I hear there's a new owner now, some guy named Zach Williams.
Hold it right there. Get your hands up where I can see them. All right, now, take out your electronic shop credit card. Ah. Nice and easy. So you're Murphy. I just got your photo from the credit department. We were wondering when you'd show up here again. I got orders about you. Straight from corporate headquarters. Sorry I gotta do this, but now then, what can I do for you?
Use the terrible pun to break the ice. Try to get the last laugh. Play innocent. I'm going for last laugh.
Joke's on you, pal. That was my driver's license.
No, it wasn't. The reason we had to revoke your card is that you bought several items here about 4 months ago, and you haven't sent us a dime.
Comment on the selection of wares. Cut a deal.
Well, I'll tell you what. How about I bring back all the stuff and we call it even?
Your account is over 120 days delinquent, and you owe us $1,230.
Say what?
That amount includes one fax machine, $399, one laser blade, $29, a film developing kit, $179.
For that piece of crap?
You bought it. And $623 in interest.
What?
$623 in interest.
Well, we do have the money, but let's just ask for the former owner just for the heck of it.
So where's Ham Underwood? He and I are old buddies. Look, I think I can make a deal with him.
Ham Underwood doesn't work here anymore. In fact, I don't think he works anywhere anymore. I heard he opened his mouth just a little too wide and someone big shut it up for him. Permanently. Now pay me the $1,230 you owe me or get out.
Okay.
All right, all right. Here's your money. Now when do I get my new credit card?
You don't. From now on it's cash only. If you see something you like, ask me about it, and I'll give you a price.
Well, might as well see what's here.
Memo pad? Jeez. Are they still trying to sell these things?
You know, given what a bomb the little iMemo thing used to be, that is kind of a... well, now it's a data joke, but it was kind of a precognitive joke.
They haven't sold a single visor since I started shopping here. A relief globe of the moon. That might come in handy if I ever have to relieve myself on the moon. Well, they sure got a great selection of gadgets, gizmos, and thingies.
They got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? They got 20.
That is one old camera. I don't think they even make film for these anymore.
Yeah, they don't even make camera film anymore.
This guy must be the new store manager. Missile robot. I can't stand that toy ever since it killed my cat Fuzzy. Taser. I had one of those once, but I kept zapping myself. This computer has way too many keys. I used to have a battery pack like this for my Robco toys. Those headphones sound terrible with my Victrola. Those headphones sound... Tissot watches. Last one I had broke down. These joysticks never seem to provide the satisfaction they promise.
Depends on how you're using them.
Now there's utility. A radio that doubles as a boat propeller. Photo analyzer. Most of the photos I've seen don't require much psychiatric help. Well, they sure got a great selection of... That sucker reminds me of the bill collector that dropped by my office a month ago. Force field keeps out undesirables.
And yet here I am.
Ah, the Moonchild toy space station. Needless to say, it hasn't been a big seller over the last year. I'm not interested in Geigers. Little buggers eat till they explode. I'm not interested.
A little remote control one.
I got one of these, and it's a real beauty. This spacecraft looks...
Actually, that is this escape craft from the Moonchild.
Memo pad.
I'm here to answer questions about the merchandise, and that's all. If you see something you're interested in, ask me about it, and I'll give you a price. Then if you want to buy it, you give me the cash, and you take it with you. Got it? Good.
Okay, ask about. Vidphone, globe, the Geordie LaForge visors, camera, tasers, computer, video watches, joysticks, remote control Geiger, spaceship, cyber nanny, headphones, rodent tracker, Robco battery pack, and visual analyzing apparatus.
The visual analyzing apparatus allows you to examine objects and enhance different quadrants digitally. It's a steal at only $70. The Robco battery pack is specially designed to be used with certain Robco products, such as the Alien Abductor, which I happen to be out of at the moment. It's $20 for the battery pack. This new rodent tracker has some features that weren't in the 8000 model. It's got a strafing feature for cockroaches and a butane ant torch. It's a little pricey, $899. The Cyber Nanny is a real breakthrough in the field of child supervision. $1,259.
Now, you'll note I'm only getting points for asking about certain items, which presumably means we need to purchase those items.
The Robco Colony Cruiser is every kid's dream toy. That's why it'll cost you 900 big ones. I'm not sure what that thing is, but it sells pretty well. $220.
Well,
the visual analyzing apparatus allows you to examine...
Okay, so we'll buy that, and seems we need a battery
The
pack.
Robco battery pack...
Okay, so we got that done. Still got $270 left. Well, I thought we did. Did I get that stuff? I could have sworn I bought it. Let's try that again.
See anything you like?
Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out. Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out.
Okay, now we have them.
Well, this doesn't look too complicated. Just insert whatever it is I want to examine, and click on the area I want to magnify.
And I wonder... Okay, won't let me use those together. I guess I don't need to analyze that photo, but, anyway. I think that covers all my debts, so let's get back to the case.
How's your case coming along? Anything I can do to help?
Well, matter of fact...
I remember this scarf. And the perfume on it. Young, blonde girl. Came in here a while ago. In fact, she came in here with the guy in the photograph.
Really? Well, that's hardly a surprise, but,
No thanks. No thanks.
Alright.
No thanks.
Okay. Yeah, those probably aren't going to be too helpful, but let's try the letter.
Well, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say it's written in Yucatec. It's a Mayan language spoken in southern Mexico. I can't help you with the translation, though. You know who might be able to help you is Clint. I heard he's quite a world traveler. You might give it a try.
Well, we haven't talked to Clint yet anyway.
I don't know nothing but English. And not much of that. She was real pretty, though a little heavy on the makeup. I think she said her name was Emily.
Alright.
I don't know anything else about her.
Okay, so we got an Emily and a Sandra.
That's the guy in the photo, right? Yeah, I've heard from her. She wanted me to say hi.
Uh-oh.
You're okay in my book, Mike, no matter what anyone else says.
And let's see what he has to say about Zach.
He took over the electronics shop when Ham left. I've been meaning to go introduce myself.
Okay, well, I think that covers everything. And he did suggest go talking to Clint, so let's go check out the Coco Cabana.
The Coco Cabana was just opened by a reformed bum named Clint. I met him during my last case when he was living in a dumpster in an alley behind Rook's pawn shop.
Yeah.
Let's see, compliment the rug, give Clint some business, bring up Clint's past misfortune. Oh, let's go for Surly.
You know, Clint, some men, they just can't wear a toupee. But it looks pretty good on you.
Yeah, and that's what your mom told me, right before I slapped the handcuffs on her, like I do every Saturday night.
Stick up for Mom, doubtful, try and make things friendly.
Insult my mother again, and you'll have to gargle with shampoo to get your new, hairdo clean.
Hey, I don't need customers like you, Murphy. Order something or hit the road.
Let's see, little known scientific fact, order a frappe, order the house special.
Okay, well, let's see the menu. Oh, your house special looks interesting. Clint's enchanting chocolate chili. That come con carne?
Read the sign again, bonehead. It says, sorry, no carne. Besides, I'm all out of the chocolate chili. Sorry.
Let's see, unsavory comment, accuse Clint of skimming, let him choose. Let's try and turn this around to nice.
Tell you what, why don't you surprise me? I'd like something tasty, but not too rich.
Sorry, I happen to be out of everything at the moment. In fact, I was just about to close up for the day. So unless you have something important on your mind, well, why don't you just run along?
Alright.
Nope. Drawing a complete blank. Emily? Yeah, you must be talking about the girl who sings at the Flamingo. She's come by here a couple times with a gigantic guy named Gus Leach. He runs the Fuchsia Flamingo, and he might be Emily's boyfriend. They come by every once in a while and order the bliss on a biscuit. Actually, now that you mention it, the last time those two were here, Leach dropped a key under his seat, and I didn't find it until after they left. He runs...
What?
I've been meaning to run it down to the Flamingo, but if you're gonna go that way, drop it off for me.
Yes, I will totally go drop that off for you.
Louis told me that you might be able to help me out.
Ah, how's that?
Well, he says you're quite a world traveler. Tell me what you make of this.
Well, I can make a
Let's
hat.
see. Oh yeah, here it is. The cheese factory is on fire. Hell, I can't read any of that crap. Jesus, I tell Louis I went to Tijuana a couple times and now what? Suddenly I'm Marco Polo?
Well, that was about as helpful as I expected.
Oh, I wish I could help you. Can't say I've heard of it. Did you know that there's some kind of secret door that comes out of Rusty's Funhouse over by the warehouse? I saw the cops open it when they were there last week.
Huh.
Oh, I wish I could help you. It's a warehouse. What do you want me to say? Totally unfamiliar to me. That's Emily's stage name. This scarf belongs to Emily. Love that perfume. Smells almost as good as fresh chocolate. The Flamingo seems like a decent club, but there's no chocolate on the menu, so, why bother? Nilo? An open sore on the face of humanity. At one point, I had to choose between living at the Ritz and living in the dumpster. I took the lesser evil. Oh, I wish I could help you. He's that new guy running the electronics shop. That blood-sucking tightwad. He wanted me to pay rent for living in the dumpster outside of his pawn shop. That guy's a real gem. Hell of a cook. Chelsea's a nice girl. But whatever happened between us was over long ago. Don't let the torch she still carries for me stand in your way. All right. You brought me a chocolate pie when I was on the skids. I'm indebted to you for the rest of my life. You're a god. Happy?
Yes, actually, thank you.
So Emily works at the Flamingo with someone named Gus Leach. Now that I got the key, maybe I should go ahead and pay him a little visit.
Yeah, but first, I'm gonna go pester Rook. Because I can.
That door will...
Back again, Murphy. If you're here to ask for another loan, you can forget it.
Nope, actually.
Well, if it wasn't for me, he'd still be camping out in the dumpster. I told him I was going to charge him rent, and he moved up to Coit Tower. Well, I don't know where he got the money to open his chocolate stand. He probably stole it.
That's actually a fair assessment.
How should I know who that is? Never heard the name in my life.
Again, you never heard of anybody named Emily.
As a matter of fact, I just received a large number of reference books from an estate. If I'm not mistaken, one of the books was titled Yucatec Made Easy. You can buy it if you'd like, $30.
Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out.
That was surprisingly helpful. And might as well run through everything else so far. Actually, we already asked him about the photo and everything else.
He took over the electronics shop after the fat man left. It seems pleasant enough.
Alright. Well, let's go ahead and combine the untranslated letter with the Yucatec Made Easy book. here I thought we'd have to actually match the symbols manually, but instead we actually got it easy. Dear Thomas, I apologize for the delay in responding to your letter. It had to be forwarded several times and finally caught up to me here in Chiapa, Mexico. Doing field work can... I gotta wait for this whole thing to roll through before it'll... Actually, I could hit space and end that, so I can use the arrow keys to read through it down here. Doing field work can make me difficult to track down. It was good to hear from you and see that your Yucatec is still exceptional. I was also happy to hear that I was able to help you out with your deciphering work. The similarities between some of the symbols you sent me and those in the Mayan codices I have discovered are quite stunning. You may be interested to hear some of my recent work. As I've relayed, there are many local legends in this area seem to confirm some of your theories. I admit I've been skeptical, but recent discoveries have made me rethink my position. Several weeks ago, I met an ancient local man who gave me a set of drawings of ancient Mayan hieroglyphics, which I'll reproduce below. Diagrams. The translation reads, For Ahawa A Kumku, Black Sun, Sky, for Gods, Divine Bird, Mountain. For Aha A Kakum is, of course, the date at which the Mayan calendar begins, corresponding to 3113 BC on the Gregorian calendar. Experts have always believed this date was arbitrary and that the Mayan calendar didn't even exist until the 1st century AD. As to the remainder of the translation, Black Sun may refer to a solar eclipse or a pretty awesome Soundgarden song. The other symbols can be translated conservatively or radically, depending upon your disposition. Either way, I'm trying to convince the old man to give me symbols to take me to where he found them. He believes the place is holy ground and tells me no man has entered there for centuries. He refers to the location as the birthplace. Of course, I'm intrigued. Hopefully my next communication will have more details. By the way, since you said you have a package to send me, since I'll be field work off and on, why don't you send it to me in care of the Sakpak Hotel in Chiapa? Best regards, Oliver Edison. Well, that does not give us a lot to work with.
This little baby's my ticket into the Fuchsia Flamingo. Ooh, this scarf.
Alright.
I love this book when I...
And actually, it did just occur to me, why don't I try combining the photo of the llama with the... Okay, that didn't work either. How about the newspaper photo? Okay, apparently I don't need to analyze any of those. Let's see, Leech's key.
Key doesn't seem to work on the front door lock. Maybe I'll have more luck on a side or back door.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Now, use this on.
Well, that won't work. That doesn't... No shortage of trash receptacles in this part of town. This is the old Zebra building. They went out of business a long time ago. I think they made prison uniforms.
And that appears to be a back way up to my place.
This window looks to be slightly opened.
And I opened it all the way from the ground floor.
Dumpster smells like a compost pile, only worse. The garbage can to person ratio is pretty high in this part of the country. I think it's about 4 to 1.
And just because I'm curious... And that did in fact take me inside. Well, this could come in handy later. Never know, I might need to sneak out of my apartment building.
No shortage of trash receptacles in this part of town.
And what's that?
Looks like a metal rod.
Never know when that could be useful.
This antenna isn't busted. I might be able to extend it. There we go.
Well, you never know when you might need a 10-foot pole in a game like this. Memories!
Didn't mean to wake you, Emily. I'm sorry. How did you get in here?
Exude Texan charm, curious and rude. Hand over the key. Oh, let's go with Texan charm.
Well, I just came through the door over yonder. Heard your piano playing. Sounded mighty fine. Mighty fine.
Look, spare me the phony accent. I don't know how you got in here, but we're closed. And even if we were open, this is a private club, and I know you don't have a membership.
Fair enough. Unemployed bluff. Let's be pals.
Well then, I guess maybe I ought to get a membership.
I doubt you could afford it. For you, it's $5,000. Still interested?
Make financial arrangements. Stunned. Cut a deal.
You are insane. $5,000?
That's the price. You want to get in? We'll see who the insane one is. What's that smell?
Show some manners. Show the scarf.
Well, I don't know, but you sound awfully stuffed up, and I'm out of hankies. Why don't you clean it out with this scarf?
Where'd you get this?
Okay, let's tell it straight.
Well, I found it next door at the Ritz. That's where I live, and I've been trying to find out who it belongs to.
I'll make sure it gets to the right person. Now, why don't you run along before I call the cops?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think Mr. Leach and I hit it off pretty darn well. At least he told me what I wanted to know. Emily lives at the Flamingo. Now I'll just have to find another way into the club, get past that big mutant. Maybe Chelsea could help. Seems to me she mentioned having a membership to the club. If she's home, I'll apologize and see if she'll go out for a drink with me. Maybe at the Fuchsia Flamingo.
Oh, Tex. Tex. Trying to turn this to your advantage for your job is really not going to help things with Chelsea. But you never know. I might be able to pull this off somehow. And that is just what I shall try to do next time. We'll see you then.